Hey guys, Dexter here from viewcopter.com. This video is for the Phantom Vision and the Phantom 2. Does not seem to have an effect on the Phantom 1. The original Phantom does not seem to basically experience this issue. Hey guys, I wanted to shoot this video to show you guys what I discovered after I've done the T-motor anti-gravity conversion. So let's go ahead and power up the Phantom. All right, now you can hear the motors, and they're working at idle speed. And just take a look to see what happens when you increase the speed. All right, I want to make sure that you guys heard that that sort of thump. The engine sort of cut off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it again just in case you missed it. Okay, so we're gonna fire up the motors right now. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna increase the speed of the motors. So here we go. So we're gonna, there you go. Okay, so you guys can clearly hear the thump. So what happens is that the motors will actually cut off. Now, I was really concerned about this at the beginning because I didn't want this sort of thing to happen in mid-flight. So I reached out to the guys at T-Motors and sent them an email and sort of sent them a small video describing exactly, showing them exactly what was going on. All right, so I'm gonna power down the Phantom so that you guys can hear me a lot better. So as I was saying, I sent these guys an email and they responded to me. So basically what's going on is when you do the T-motor conversion, you have to make sure that you do not basically increase the speed of the motors without any propellers. So they've explained to me what's going on is that the propellers sort of regulate the speed of the motors themselves. Now, what's going on is that when you're running the motors at high speed, is that they sort of go out of whack a little bit and sends the information back to the ESCs. Now, the ESCs, what they would do is that if the motors are spinning out of control, it would sort of reduce the power. So that thump that you're hearing, it's the ESC sending the information to the motors saying, hey, you're going out of whack a little bit and let me pull you back. Now, once you have the propellers installed, that kind of situation should not happen because the propellers sort of like regulate the speed of the motors. So you should not experience any issues in mid-flight. Now, I've done several tests and I did not have any issue. When you do install the motors, what you need to do to make sure that all the rotations are fine is just power it up, send power to the motor, but do not increase the speed. I'm just going to do it to demonstrate you guys what's going on. So I'm going to be sending power to the motors. So basically, if you're running the motors at regular idle speed, you should not be getting any disruption in terms of the ESC sending the command to the motors. So basically, once they're installed, you basically power it up to just make sure that the orientation of the motors are good, and you will not get any thumping sound. As I said before, the thumping that you would get, the cutoff that you would get, it is only when you're running the motors at full speed and the ESC says, wait a minute, you know, the motors are spinning way too fast, and it sends a signal to sort of like reduce and cut off the power. So I hope that you know, this video is useful to you guys. There's no need to worry. You didn't get any you know, it's not an issue with the motors per se. It is just a fail safe to make sure that you do not run the motors at full speed without the propellers. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope that was helpful.